The good stuff is all new. And today, we're saving time without sacrificing flavor. It's all about tasty time savers in the kitchen.
There you go!
With clever hacks, smart swaps, and speedy recipes you'll want to make on repeat. Mary's cooking up a creamy chicken and herb pasta that comes together in minutes. Andrea Buckett's got a twist on tradition with her broken falafel salad. Vijaya Selvaraju is taking a shortcut to fresh flavor with shrimp ceviche made from a store-bought shrimp ring. And Bob Blumer is showing us how to turn wonton wrappers into a summery homemade ravioli. The good stuff starts now.
Today, we are saving you time in the kitchen, which is always a good thing in my books. Am I right? Yeah. Always a good one. Here with their tasty time savers, please welcome Vijaya Selvaraju, Andrea Buckett, and Bob Blumer. Hello! Oh my gosh, the best. Bob, welcome to the show. That's okay. Sorry, we can hug now. I love it. Okay, this is very exciting day. Now, we are all obviously cooks by nature, by profession. We do it. But we still like a little bit of a time saver in the kitchen.
That's why we like a time saver in the kitchen, because we're constantly cooking. Yeah. We're no different than everybody else.
Totally.
We just want to get in, get out. Yeah. And if there's something kind of that can help us along the way and get dinner on the table faster.
It's a dream.
Yeah, 100%.
I love that. Bob, how do you feel about getting in and out of the kitchen?
Quick, fast, delicious, cheap.
Yes. Cheap. Oh, speaking the language, Bob Blumer, we love it.
You can have it all.
You can have it all, folks. I'm feeling really good about this one. Okay, I'm gonna get us started, so y'all go have a seat. Sure. I'm gonna start us off with a recipe that uses not one, but 4 time-saving ingredients. Ooh. Yeah, I was going big, guys. I was feeling it. So we're going to use either store-bought or leftover chicken, you know, the rotisserie chicken, that somehow is already cooked, yet it's cheaper than a raw whole chicken.
I know.
Isn't it? Yeah, I was like, but the work, wait, it's the like math meme where I don't understand. But it's super great, really good for quick dinners for sure. I'm also using what I like to call umami in a jar, AKA sun-dried tomatoes in oil. Now, these have been super concentrated, obviously, thank you, sun. For doing that. Really, really good flavor, super bright, really, really delicious. We're also gonna use everyone's favorite soft herb and garlic cheese. Does everybody know what I'm talking about when I talk about this? We know what we're talking about. This is the one you put onto your like cheese board and everyone goes for it first.
Yes.
It's good. I always feel like you gotta break into it though, because people don't wanna be the first one or the last one.
Because it's too pretty.
It's too pretty.
It's too pretty to touch.
I know, so just mush it up a bit and you're good to go. I'm very excited about that. And we're also gonna use a little sneaky seasoning hack. It's kind of a Kickstarter in my kitchen, and we're talking bouillon, chicken bouillon or vegetable bouillon. This is nice and salty. It's got that chickeny flavor. It's got a vegetable flavor in it as well. Just a little goes a long way. It's also way easier to store than like those Tetra packs of chicken broth.
Oh, yes.
Because those I open, I'll use a cup, and then it sits in my fridge, and I'm like, how long ago did I open that?
You have to do the sniff test.
And then you're like, what is it supposed to smell like? It's so confusing. So chicken bouillon or vegetable bouillon is perfect. Now, it comes in powder and it comes in a paste. Both work really, really well. I love the paste, though. It gives a really rich flavor, but the powder works really well, too. Okay, so we're gonna get started, though. We are making a delicious creamy chicken and herb pasta. So really tasty. I'm not gonna lie, I was talking about the time savers and I was like, I haven't told you what we're making yet. So there you go. All right, so the first thing we need to do is get to work on the pasta, because this dish comes together as quick as this pasta takes to cook. So absolutely beautiful. So I've got some boiling water here, and I'm gonna go in with some salt. Now, you wanna season it nice and heavily. I always use kosher salt, so it looks like I'm putting a lot in, but it doesn't have as salty of a flavor as like sea salt. That obviously tastes like the sea. It's a little more like soft. Vijaya just blew my mind though. The brand that I like changed their packaging.
Yes, they did.
Thank you, because I would have never been able to find it on the shelf.
So if you're looking for that specific brand
that has to do with diamonds.
Yeah, it has has something to do with diamonds.
Yeah.
They've just completely changed their packaging.
Yeah.
It's cool, it's new, it's fresh.
It's very
Get it.
exciting, but it would have literally stumped me. So thank you so much, Vijaya, for the win. I love it so much. Okay, so we've got that water boiling, and then I'm gonna go in with about 300 grams of whatever pasta you want. I'm going with like a tubular one. We're going penne. You could do cavatappi, which is kind of like the corkscrew. Super tasty, but whatever you're feeling. You can even do like a rotini. But about 300 grams will give you like good portions, which I'm feeling good about. Give that a bit of a stir. And I'm gonna pop the lid back on just off kilter just to get that boiling again. Now, I want that to cook just until al dente. That should take about 10 minutes. But really, what's the hack for that?
Follow the box.
Follow the box.
They figured it out.
I was gonna say, Bob,
follow
but
the
Bob has
instructions
a
on the
different
box.
vibe. What's your vibe?
I don't follow the box either.
Taste it.
That's also a good way. If you're the chef, you get to have snacks as you're going. That's kind of the rule. All right, now while that pasta gets to cooking, I'm gonna get to work on the sauce. This is really, really simple, comes together, tastes really flavorful, but comes together quickly. So in my pan, I'm gonna add in about 2 tablespoons of oil. Now, as opposed to using olive oil or something like that, I'm gonna use the oil from my sun-dried tomatoes, right? Listen, I have a jar currently in my fridge of sun-dried tomatoes in oil. There are no sun-dried tomatoes left.
No.
It's just a jar of oil, and my husband keeps being like, can we get rid of this? Absolutely not.
Zero waste.
Zero waste. There's
Exactly.
so much flavor in here. It's got that little bit of herb. It's got the tomato. Really, really nice and tasty.
Really nice in salad dressings as well.
So good.
Yeah.
100%. And also, I don't know about you, but when I have that leftover oil, and you're like, what do? I don't want to put it down the sink.
No.
So just eat it. It'll be fine. Okay. All right. So that is looking good, nice and hot. I put this over about medium heat. It's feeling pretty spicy. The stove loves to be really hot. But I'm going to add in about 2 cloves of garlic, or to be honest, 1, because this garlic is massive. I'm just rasping it right on into the pan, though. That's gonna be a garlicky bite for somebody. Don't worry, I'll take that one. I'll take that one. It'll be fine. The thing with garlic, though, that's kind of neat is as you are cooking it, or if you keep it bigger, it's actually a little bit sweeter.
Yeah.
So as you cook it down, that guy would need a little bit to get sweet. I'll deal with him. He'll be good. All right, give that a bit of a mix to come together. That garlic is starting to get a little golden brown, so I'm gonna take that off the heat right now and let that do its thing. Seasoned with salt, a little bit of pepper in there as well. And then we're gonna go in, that only needs about 30 seconds maybe to cook. But we're getting a little golden, that's okay. We got this. I'm gonna go in with that cheese. So everyone's favorite herb and garlic cheese.
So good.
You know the one we're talking about. You could also use like a cream cheese here or a ricotta or even a goat's cheese that has that herb on the outside. I'm gonna add that right on into the pan and just mush it down to get that melting in. Okay, I'm excited about this already. That's looking beautiful. This is gonna give you a super quick, super creamy sauce. Just to cool the pan down though, I'm gonna add in a splash of that cooking liquid. This is the thing, if things start going awry and things start burning in your house, don't tell anyone, just add a splash of water.
Yeah.
And no one will be able to know. It'll cool the pan down a little bit. It'll make the sauce come together beautifully. We're already getting nice and creamy,
Exactly.
which is a dream.
And it's an instant facial.
Instant facial.
Garlic facial.
Garlic facial. It's a dream. All right, now into there, I'm also gonna go in with that bouillon. So if you're using powdered, that's totally cool. Just add in about a teaspoon. I'm gonna use the paste today. It's really, really tasty. So just about a teaspoon of that. A teaspoon makes about a cup of stock. So it's absolutely beautiful, gives richness, it gives a ton of flavor into here. But again, if you're using powder, I would still add it in because we're gonna add liquid later. So that'll give it tons and tons of flavor. So give that a mix just to combine. Now, while that melts together, let's go chat that chicken. So I have got a rotisserie chicken here that I've just removed from the bone and removed that skin. You can shred it up. One of my favorite things is, honestly, the skin, she's not coming back. Like,
No.
it's not, you're not getting crispy chicken skin on this baby.
Yeah.
You're gonna take that off, set it aside.
You just gotta eat it when you get it home from the grocery store.
Then it's
That's your
perfect.
snack. It's
100%.
so good.
The wings and the skin
The
go
wings
first.
and the skin go first, and then it's just this little bird sitting there. Bob, do you ever buy a rotisserie chicken from the store?
I do. I buy one from the farmer's market.
Nice.
And actually, if you take that skin out of the fridge and you just put it in a frying pan over medium temperature, there's enough fat and in
get
the
it crispy?
skin. Oh, totally.
Oh, Bob!
That's my
A nice little
chef's
garnish?
treat.
That is okay. That is some good knowledge. All right, you can chop or shred the chicken, whatever you want, but this is gonna go on into that pan. You see that creamy, beautiful sauce coming together. So I'm gonna add that chicken right on in. Give that a stir to combine, and then we're gonna go in with one of my favorite ingredients, and that is lemon. Now, we're gonna do lemon zest and lemon juice, because I really like the brightness that both of those bring. So just add in the zest of about a lemon, maybe half a lemon, whatever you're feeling that day. But if you're not using the zest, you're throwing money away.
You are.
Yeah, just like with that sun-dried tomato oil. Don't throw it out. Keep it. Use your money wisely. It's a dream. Bob promised you budget-friendly, so we're doing it today.
I always think you're paying for the zest and you get the juice for free.
Oh, I like that, Bob. I'm going to switch that up in my mind. I like that. All right, I'm going to go in with the juice as well. Get that in there. Really nice and bright and tasty. And then we're gonna go in with those sun-dried tomatoes. Now, right now you're gonna be like, Mary, this doesn't look like a ton of sauce, but we're gonna add in that pasta cooking liquid as well, and that's gonna get everything absolutely beautiful. But I'm gonna go in with about a quarter cup of those julienne sun-dried tomatoes. This adds umami, that flavor that you can't really put your finger on. It's super savory and salty. It's absolutely beautiful. I know you love a sun-dried tomato.
I love a sun-dried tomato because they're chewy, they're kind of sweet.
Yeah.
You know, like you said, they have that umami in there.
Yeah.
It feels like a very 80s ingredient.
I know.
And it's very divisive. I find people either love it or aren't a fan, but I love it.
I love it.
nice.
Also, listen, if they're bringing back low-rise jeans, we can bring back some.
Right? Let's do it.
That's my personal opinion. All right, give that a good mix to combine. Now that pasta is cooking. Let's give it a taste and see how we're doing. I feel like we're not, oh, actually, we're maybe getting there. This is always the tricky part.
Slippery, guys.
Slippery, guys. Now, Vijaya, you're saying you don't throw them at the wall?
No, I don't throw them at the
Okay.
wall. I used to, I think as a kid, take spaghetti, because that's what
stick?
people on TV told me to do.
Yeah. Have you ever
Bob, I feel like it's a Bob
instructed
thing.
anyone to? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. That might have been me.
I used to
And
love
you were
Bob
probably
Blumer growing
5
up.
at the time.
Yeah, actually, Bob, I have a question for you. Do
Yeah.
you still have the toaster?
You know, I had it for the last 25 years, and I
way.
sold it this spring.
No way! Oh my
Sad.
gosh, that's awesome.
Well, you know, Canada Bread, you had your chance to come to me. It never happened.
We love that toaster, man. All right, now I've got some herbs here. I'm just using chives and parsley. Whatever you've got on hand, though, is perfect. Add that on into the pan, and then we want to add those noodles in as well. Once they're cooked to al dente, a little bit toothy, you want to grab them out of your pot and just add them in. Now, I never like to actually drain my pasta. I like to kind of scoop it over, because any of that liquid that comes with is going to help make the sauce come together. It's going to give almost like a kind of Velcro-y vibe, allowing all of that cheesy, delicious sauce to emulsify and come together. That little bit of sun-dried tomato oil, absolutely beautiful. And then also, you don't want to throw this liquid out. That's going to help build the sauce. So whether you're doing a butter sauce, a tomato sauce, makes it so it sticks to those noodles. So just add those right on into the pan. Add a little bit of that pasta cooking liquid. Give it a stir. Oh, I'm throwing noodles everywhere. Don't worry, guys. Now, you want it to be a little bit sloppier in the pan than you want it on the plate, but this will come together. It'll be absolutely creamy, super dreamy. And of course, we need to add more cheese. So I'm gonna bring this on over, pop it into my bowl, just pour that in. It's gonna tighten up a little bit, but looking stunning with all that chicken, all that deliciousness, and of course, a weird amount of parm on top. All right, Andrea, you are gonna be up next. We are gonna dig into this, but stick around, we'll be right back.
Tomorrow, DIY dynamo Leanna Lair-Perot and entertaining expert Trevor Frankfurt team up to throw the ultimate theme party for one special viewer starting a bold new chapter. Plus, get ready to turn heads this summer. Corey Ng and Aaron O'Brien have the fashion and hair trends that'll keep your party look sizzling. That's tomorrow on an all-new episode.
Recipes to save you time in the kitchen all show long. Now, I'm very excited because Andrea Buckett, you're doing a little bit of a riff on like a takeout classic. What are we talking about?
One of my favorites is a falafel. You know, it's like deep fried chickpeas. It's stuffed with like cucumbers and has that garlicky tahini sauce.
It's one of my go-tos.
Super delicious, easy to grab and go. But I'm gonna make it a broken falafel salad.
Okay, broken falafel.
Broken falafel salad. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. Anytime you call something broken, I feel like it feels very chefy.
Yeah, well, deconstructed, broken.
also
How many
chefy.
ways can we say it, right? So all you're gonna do is you're gonna grab yourself a box of falafel mix, and this is a really a tasty time saver.
Yeah,
okay. And all you have to do is rehydrate that mixture, because typically you're taking like chickpeas, soaking them overnight, popping them in a food processor, all the herbs, all the things, making a mess. We're going to keep it streamlined.
Love
okay.
this, love this.
So all you need to do is rehydrate that mixture, and you can see a little bit of water.
This looks amazing.
And you get this gorgeous falafel mix. Now, Bob Blumer, being the expert that he is, is trying to up my game here, and he says you can season this as well.
Yeah.
I put in lots of fresh parsley
Yeah.
and sometimes an egg just to give it a little bit of lift.
Oh,
Okay, I never would have
nice.
thought of the egg.
But whatever
'cause
fresh herbs you have, it just makes it sing. It's a little
Brightens
brighter.
it up.
I love that. Even if you like, maybe it doesn't have as much cumin or coriander that you like, you can throw that in too. I love that.
Also, I just want to say that this box mix is completely new to me.
Me
Something
too.
that I'm going to add to my grocery list the next time I go.
I always see it and I'm like, is it? And I'm like, this is good. I am so excited about this.
Okay, so once you have that done, like no time at all, you're gonna put some olive oil in your pan. Now you do need a good amount because it will suck up a little bit of oil, kind of like a mushroom will.
Yeah.
We're gonna go in with some olive oil here. Use a neutral oil if that's what you prefer, or what you have on hand. And then we're gonna just pop that mixture into the hot pan.
So you're not shaping it into falafel.
That's the other
I'm picking
time
up what
saver,
we're putting
right?
down.
No shaping, no deep frying. You don't have to worry about getting rid of that big vat of fat,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And we're just gonna pop this in here.
Okay, so what are we looking for in terms of the texture?
So initially, you're just gonna dump her all in.
I think I used
right?
all the heat from this burner.
That's all
earlier.
right. she's hot and then she's not.
Yeah.
Right? All right. So you want your oil going a little bit more sizzly than that.
Yeah.
But you're just going to break it up, and you don't want them any larger than the size of like a grape.
Okay.
But it's gonna look more like gravel than anything.
Or it's like ground beef.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love
that's
this.
exactly what it looks like. And you're gonna let it go until it gets nice and brown and caramelized, and you're gonna get all those gorgeous flavors that you want in a falafel.
Exactly, the fried flavors without deep frying.
You got it.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay.
Let's do it thing. Let it do its thing.
Yeah.
And let's make the salad that goes on top.
Okay.
Okay. So classic cucumbers, tomatoes. Looks like you're doing all the work
I'm
here,
doing
Mary.
the chopping. That's okay, I love a
Yeah?
chop. Yes.
So just some classic, summer staples that everyone would have in their crisper or on their counter if it was a tomato, of course, because we keep those on the counter, right,
Yes,
everybody?
we do, right, everybody? Nicely done. This audience knows what's up.
So we're gonna go in with some bite-sized tomatoes. And when tomatoes aren't in season, I try to stick to tomatoes that are a bit smaller,
Me
like
too.
cherry tomatoes, Campari. They usually have a bit more punch and flavor.
They're not, that's the thing, like nothing worse living in Canada than getting a sad winter tomato.
I know.
It looks
I
beautiful
know.
on the outside, you cut it and you're like, ugh,
Yeah.
the worst.
Okay, so you're finishing up with those tomatoes. And then we're gonna go in with some English cucumber. It could be a field cucumber as well. If you're that person who likes to drag a spoon through and get rid of the seeds, go ahead and do that. That'll sort of like, not have as much moisture at the end.
I love that though, because I like that little bit of moisture on the middle. It gives it almost like a watermelon-y vibe. It's super
Ooh.
tasty.
Tasty.
Okay, cool.
Great job, Mary.
Thanks so much, Andrea Buckett.
Yeah.
Positive
Doing our
reinforce
thing.
it.
Chatting, chopping, work. Yeah.
Some sliced red onions. I like to slice my red onions. I don't know why. I always slice them. I never dice them.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you
I
know-
mean, not never, but like for this, I don't know why. I just
I
like
think
them
it's like
sliced.
it gives you the little bite. It's for those onion skeptics.
Also visually, it's nice to have different shapes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go in with a whole bunch of parsley. You
Love
can even
that.
add more. You could do cilantro if you like. And we're going to give that a toss.
Okay.
I'm going to get you to add a squidge of lemon.
Perfect.
And again, I'm going to go in with a little bit of, I'm going to let you do this. I'm going to start on the tahini.
Okay,
How does that
perfect.
sound?
Yeah, let's do it.
Lemon, olive oil, toss it up. That can sit for a little while
bit of
and
salt and
marinate.
pepper?
A little bit of S&P.
Love an S&P.
Let's just transfer these over to you. A little peps, as I like to call it. All right. You definitely need a little tahini drizzle on this. So we're
Yes.
going to make it sort of sweet and sour.
Half the thing about falafel is the creamy dressing that you get.
Exactly.
So good.
So tahini, it's just like peanut butter for sesame seeds.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? And it does tend to have a little bit of a bitter edge to it. So I always like to add a little bit of honey.
Nice.
You could totally, maple syrup is a great friend with tahini as well.
Oh, I like that.
The honey is just going to not make it as sweet, but just kind of balance out that bitterness, and then a ton of lemon juice.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You could definitely go in with your lemon zest here if you wanted as well.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to put my water in. I forgot to put my water in straight off the top, but that's okay.
That's okay. The thing I love about tahini too, it's got this kind of interesting chemistry happens that when you mix in a liquid like a water or something, it gets thicker and then fluffier. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Super
I
super
shouldn't have put
tasty.
in all that water, Mary.
That's okay. You know
I
what?
put in way too much water.
I'm gonna go find more tahini. I'll be right back.
All right, so we're gonna put. You just leave me here. I'll just take it from here, guys. So we're gonna put some garlic in. You want to put 1 or 2 in there, depending on how much you like your garlic. And then we're gonna put a little zip in there. We're gonna put a little bit of hot sauce.
Love it.
Use your favorite hot sauce.
Yeah.
Little Tabasco situation. I'm gonna get that in there. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go over here and manage this because we don't want this to.
I like
burn.
the texture. It's like
tahini. We got it. I forgot. I was like, guys, do we have tahini?
She does it all, folks.
We got it. All right. In we go.
Beauty.
Nice.
There we go. That's
There
what
we
we
go.
want.
That
Perfect.
we're getting the thickness.
And that's the thing about cooking, right? You look at it as the texture that you want, add a
Totally.
little more tahini, add a little bit more water.
Totally.
You know, making mistakes in the kitchen is all about learning. That's
I
what we
love
love.
it. Oh my gosh, look at how thick and creamy that got.
Beautiful.
Andrea Buckett, we saved the day.
We did.
We nailed it. Okay,
Can we
cool.
salt and pepper this?
Yeah, yes, we should.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Little taps?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Oh my gosh, this is the thing about tahini. It gets fluffy and creamy. It's almost like the texture of the hummus that you want,
Yes.
but not the hummus that you get.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, let's plate her
Okay,
up.
what are we doing?
Okay, you're gonna grab the finished falafel.
Perfect.
I'm gonna lay out about 3/4 of this tahini on the platter.
Okay. I love sauce in the plate rather than the dish.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, the falafel itself can be I'm not gonna call it dry, but it's gonna need a little
really good.
tahini, you know?
No, 100%.
All right, let's
Getting
go.
all the smell, too.
Yeah.
This is really good, guys.
You need to place these one at a time.
Dump her on.
So
her on.
much for
Right in
time
the center.
saving.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Love.
Yeah. And you're gonna top it with that salad.
Oh my gosh, Andrea.
Oh, come on. It's all about the presentation,
This
right?
is stunning.
One of my faves. You can serve it with a few of these pita chips or just eat it as is. But honestly, you come to a party or a barbecue or anywhere with that, you're gonna blow them away.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are. A little bit of crispy on top. Andrea, I am going to take a bite of this because I simply cannot deal. This looks so good.
I love it when Mary Berg's happy.
I am very happy right now. Andrea, this is amazing. Vijaya, you are up next.
Yes.
I'm excited. We're gonna get a little shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Stick around. We'll be right back. We are back with our tasty time savers, and we've got another one for you. Vijaya, I see a shrimp ring.
Yes.
And I'm very excited.
Yes, because if you guys didn't know, Mary Berg loves a shrimp ring.
I love a shrimp
So we had to
ring.
do one up. And shrimp rings are nice. They're a nice, tasty time saver. All you have to do is get one from the grocery store, pop it in the fridge, it'll thaw out.
Yeah.
Eat a few.
Yeah.
And then make the next dish. We're gonna make a shrimp ceviche tostada.
Okay. This is fun. I love this.
And the other reason this is a time saver is because it's a no-cook recipe,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's a no-brainer, dump and stir, and you're good to go.
This is the thing. We're getting into like party season, summertime. Maybe we don't want to turn
Yes.
our stove or our oven on. So this is perfect for that.
100%.
Okay.
So the first thing that we're gonna do, we have some shrimp that we've chopped up. Usually they come with their tails. So you wanna whip the tails off.
Yeah.
While Mary,
Or Mary just eats them.
right?
shrimp ring.
So whip the tails off and they're cooked. And usually ceviche, what ceviche is marinated seafood. So it can be fish, it can be shrimp, sometimes it's even squid, and it's marinated in some type of acid. So I'm gonna show you what I'm using today. So we're gonna chop this shrimp up.
I love the fact that we're using an already cooked shrimp because I think sometimes with ceviche, some people are a little squeamish of the
Exactly.
acid curing that you do to cook it.
Yes,
So-
because you typically use a raw fish, but you want to make sure that fish is super fresh.
Yes.
So this sort of takes away that element.
Yeah.
Keeps it nice and easy, and
Yeah.
you get all the same flavors and
love it.
textures, and it's great.
Beautiful. I love that.
Right.
Okay.
So next up, we're gonna be tag teaming with the
Nice.
chopping. So
I
you're
like
gonna do the jalapeno. I'm gonna do the onion.
Right on.
And this is all about texture, right? So the jalapeno is gonna give you a nice bit of heat.
And we're not
crunch.
looking for those seeds.
I mean,
Do we want some seeds?
Live your life on the edge, Mary
I love
Berg.
it. I love
you know?
it. We're not cleaning it well. We're
Yeah.
doing our thing.
So there we go. And I'm just gonna do a fine dice on a sweet onion because you like that little bit of sweet and that crunchiness.
Totally.
So there we go.
I love this. This is such a great, again, like party appetizer. Like
Yes.
a DIY party appetizer.
Yes,
kind of
because you set up a
situation.
station with all the components and then everyone can go for it, right?
love
so
that.
in with the onions. I'm gonna let you do your thing with the jalapenos.
Okay, we're going in.
And then next up, we're gonna start building out our ceviche. So of course we need a little bit of acid. So I'm doing a combo of lime juice and lemon juice.
Oh, nice. I like
So
that.
lime is a little sharper than lemon, and then lemon sort of rounds things out, and I like that combo.
Yeah.
So in that goes. And then we're gonna go in with a few vegetables. So I have some cucumber, which is nice and fresh.
Yeah.
It's kind of like eating a salad on a cracker.
Yes. Which I love a cracker.
Yeah.
My fun snack at the end of the day when I get home from work is just crackers. I'm
Is
not
it
gonna lie.
really?
Yeah. Get a box of crackers, eat them on my couch. It's a delight. Yeah.
A little bit of tomato that I've chopped up.
Beautiful.
And then we're gonna start flavoring things up. So I have some tomato clam juice.
Oh, Okay.
So that's really interesting because it gives you that tomatoey vibe.
Yeah.
It also gives you that seafoody vibe
I
too.
like also like a little bit of a Caesar kind of
Yes.
situation.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go in with some ketchup.
Oh, this is a wild card to me.
Yeah. So this recipe is based on a sort of like a Mexican, what they call a cocktail.
Okay.
Like a seafood cocktail.
Okay, yeah.
And it has a bit of ketchup in there, which gives you that sweetness.
And a little bit of thickness too.
Exactly.
Ooh, I
exactly.
like this.
And then a little bit of cilantro.
This
And then I'm
smells
gonna
so bright and fresh.
season things up with a touch of salt.
okay.
And that's all she wrote. You're gonna pop this into the fridge for a good 30 minutes. That'll give it enough time for those flavors to marry, get them to know one another.
The thing that I'm excited about, because we've got the acid in there, it'll get the texture a little bit interesting, like a little springy.
Yes, exactly. A nice springy texture.
Beautiful.
And that's been hanging. But hey, you know, there have been times where I haven't had time to pop it in the fridge. If you want to eat it right away, you kind of
Still delicious.
do that too, right?
Even that, like on a little like lettuce boat or something like that, would be
Yes, it
super
would be
good.
so nice.
Oh my gosh, beautiful.
All right, that looks perfect.
This
you see
smells
that?
so good. Yes.
Okay, and my next time saver are tostadas. So tostadas you can buy in these big bags, plastic bags at the grocery store, and they're good to go. You don't have to get a tortilla, brush it with oil, pop it in the oven.
Yeah.
Someone's done that for you.
Love that.
So take them up on it.
Okay,
right?
fantastic. They're like giant chips.
Yeah,
which is
like
good.
a giant tortilla chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. So we're gonna lay one down. And then this is my hack for making my tostada waterproof.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't want it to get soggy.
Kind of questionable, but
Okay. Yeah.
I like the little
mayo. You just want the mayo,
I just want the mayo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna go in with a nice dollop of mayo.
Do you know what I like about this too? Because like with that tomatoey juice situation,
Yes.
And the little bit of spice that's
Yeah.
going on in there,
That's a lot of mayo.
giving. I'm not mad about it. It's giving a bit of you know the cocktail sauce where you mix with like the aioli and the
Yes.
cocktail sauce together.
Yeah.
Really, really beautiful.
Right? So that little bit of creaminess goes a long way.
Love it.
And then we're gonna spoon over our ceviche.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want a spoon or do you want to use the same spoon? Do you want to
spoon?
spatula?
You can spoon.
I can spoon?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna top it off with this beautiful ceviche.
This looks so bright and fresh.
right, and it's a
Oh
it's a
my
saucy
gosh.
number. I'm not gonna lie, okay?
But that's why you need the waterproofing.
the waterproofing.
Yes. Vijaya's basement waterproofing.
That's my side hustle, you
Yeah.
guys. Yeah. And then I think we have a little bit of avocado.
Right
There we
here?
go. You want
Okay.
to grab a few slices of perfectly sliced
Beautiful,
avocado.
beautiful.
Right up my alley. I love this.
I know, right?
Right? And then your favorite
We gotta do a hot
sauce.
sauce. Okay.
This is my favorite, actually.
Is it?
This one
okay,
right here.
so I like the green version. Yeah. A little bit of hot sauce right on top. You wanna go in?
Yes.
You gave me the bigger bite, and I'm very excited about
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Okay,
And we
this
know
is-
how I feel about hot sauce. Okay.
Do you want a hot sauce?
sauce. You just want some
you
hot sauce.
you want this?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Just a straight
Is Mama
hot
meant
sauce?
to just eat hot sauce? There you go. Hallelujah, everybody.
A little pick me up. A little pick me up.
I love this energy. All right.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna
We're gonna
try.
do this?
I'm doing
Yeah,
this.
we
We're doing a
should do
crowd.
this.
Stance. I
Okay,
love
this
it.
is gonna be tricky.
Ready? Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Let's give it a taste. Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
That is so good. That is the messiest I've
you're
ever
dripping.
eaten on. I know, you got mayonnaise on your face.
Oh,
We gotta
no.
take a quick break, but Tom Blumer, you are up after that. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. We are making tasty time savers today. I'm very excited. It's been all so delicious so far. We've had a lot of veg, a lot of deliciousness. Bob, what are you gonna be making?
I'm gonna make a ravioli.
Okay, this
But
does-
imagine your favorite pillowy ravioli in
Okay.
your favorite Italian restaurant. There's a reason that entree costs $30 because they're spending all day making the pasta,
Yeah.
right? But I'm gonna show you how to use this tiny little hack.
Okay.
That's gonna allow you to make this start to finish in 10 minutes.
Oh my
In fact,
gosh.
we're gonna make it in real time.
Okay, so what are we using?
We are using wonton wrappers.
Oh.
Beautiful little wonton wrappers. You get about 60 of these in a package for $3
That's
at your
amazing.
local store or an Asian grocery store, but most big stores have wonton
Yeah,
wrappers
they're
now.
usually in where you can find like the herbs and the refrigerated dressings.
This is the
Exact-
weirdest place.
It is, yeah.
Exact same ingredients as pasta, based
Oh.
on flour and water.
Yeah, okay, cool. So it's work. Oh, I like this hack. And also so thin and papery. Gonna
Yes,
be
you know
beautiful.
what? Sometimes I think in restaurants or anywhere that with ravioli,
Yeah.
that the pasta hijacks the filling.
It's true, it's too thick.
It is.
Yes, because
And
also
you
if you
get-
think about it, you're doubling the pasta.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so this is more filling, less pasta.
Okay, I like that. I like a
All right.
filling. I'm very
So,
excited. Speaking of
speaking
filling.
of filling.
Yes, there we go. Nicely done, Bob. Nicely done.
All right.
Yeah.
So we are going to create our filling. This is some ricotta and some Parmesan cheese.
Beautiful.
I'm going to let you zest the lemon.
Let's zest it up.
I am going to take the peas. This is like a very spring, summery ravioli.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with some peas, and watch this. These are frozen peas, also a time saver.
What are we
And-
doing, Bob?
Wow.
I love this energy. The color is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so why are we doing this?
So we're just chopping these up. We're going to add these. I'm mushing them,
Okay.
chopping them.
I love this. It's gonna give that texture. It's gonna make it go more through the filling.
Exactly.
This already smells like springtime.
Yeah,
Summer,
delicious.
spring, beautiful.
Okay, we're going to want to do a little salt and pepper in there as well.
Okay.
And whatever herbs you have. So I have some mint and some dill.
Beautiful.
You can use chives, parsley, whatever you want.
I love the mint and dill together with peas. They're just like a match made in heaven.
All right, so now we're just going to take a fork.
The mint, do you smell
I
it?
smell it,
Did
yeah.
you just
Smell it,
get
yeah,
the like
yeah.
mint perfume?
Now, if it was a winter, you might take some goat cheese and some roasted squash.
Oh, beautiful.
You could use mushrooms and goat cheese.
Oh my gosh, stunning.
So we've got our filling, and
Yeah.
that's basically it for the filling.
This
it's
looks
that simple.
so good and bright and fresh. Can I give it a little tasteroo?
Sure.
And no
Okay.
food processor, which is great.
Which
No.
is so good.
Yeah.
Let's give it a taste. Okay.
You could just eat it like this.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Bob, that's so good. Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
All right, so we're going to take our wonton wrappers. Let's all do this together.
We all have our little kit. I'm feeling very excited.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Little time-saving tip. Always have some expert chefs in your kitchen. 3 or 4 of them.
Great time saver.
It makes
Yeah.
makes the prep wing whiz by.
I was gonna say, many hands, light work.
That's
yeah,
right.
always good. Okay.
All right, so you've got your wonton wrapper. Water is the glue of wonton wrappers.
Okay.
Just dip your finger in a little ramekin of water and trace around the outside.
Okay.
This would be fun as an interactive dinner, too.
Yeah,
100%.
totally.
Yeah.
And also, it makes light work.
Exactly.
Get your guests to make their own dinner. yeah.
All right, so now we're going to take a spoonful of the ricotta mixture.
No, this is something that I often do. I'll overfill it.
Well, you don't want to overfill, but you don't want to underfill either. And
Okay.
sometimes
Okay.
I will actually serve just one of these as an appetizer on the plate with the brown butter that we're going to make, by the way,
Ooh,
because we're
nice.
going to add another layer of flavor.
We're gonna use ourselves.
And here's a little thing. When you go to the grocery store, sometimes, especially at an Asian grocery store, there are several options for wonton wrappers. This is what I would consider a small wonton wrapper. Sometimes they're about a centimeter or 2 centimeters wider. And that gives you the opportunity to overstuff it. Because sometimes
Nice.
it's nice to overstuff.
100%.
Overstuff sounds like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing.
good thing,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, here's a little trick.
So we hat
You want
on.
to put it on like a little hat.
Okay.
You want to center it.
Okay.
But then
I might
take your
overstuffed.
hand, not the heart, but just the circle.
Okay.
And you just pop over it like this.
Okay.
Okay. I don't
Okay,
know.
okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Oh, no, I did wrong.
Did we? Oh, Andrea
I just
Buckett.
squished out my filling.
Andrea Buckett. Okay.
Okay, I kind of got something going.
I feel like we got this. I feel like we got this. Okay.
right.
Yeah. Beautiful,
Now-
beautiful.
We're going to take our fork.
Yes.
And I go around it twice. So first I go in a parallel way around the
parallel.
side.
Oh, we're
seal it
really
in?
sealing this. Okay.
Yeah,
That's the
'cause-
thing. You don't want that filling escaping in the water.
No, you
Oh,
don't.
that's
but,
not pretty.
Now, here's the thing. Sometimes, and this happens to me all the time, it'll happen to anybody, you'll get a little tear
Yeah.
in the ravioli.
Yeah.
And you don't want that because then the water's going to get into it, right?
totally.
Yeah.
So if you have a tear, let's just say here we go. There we go. Oops.
Oopsie.
I had a tear.
Oh no.
Oh, my
what did
God.
that do? It's ruined.
Not a problem. You take a little piece of wonton wrapper,
Okay.
dip in the water,
Okay.
and we're making a little wonton band-aid.
Oh my gosh.
This is blowing my mind.
Ravioli paramedic. I love it. Yeah.
And now I'm just going to continue going around. Now I'm using the tines of the fork.
Okay, to give it kind of
in
that
this
ravioli
direction.
edge.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
ravioli edge, and also I'm just making sure that it's waterproof.
Okay, love this. This, honestly, if you gave this to me as currently, but also as a child, I would be
Yes.
like, yes, this is amazing.
But also, you know, this is you can serve this to your kids, but this is a great when the kids are in bed. You want it you want a nice meal
Yeah.
with your partner,
Yeah.
you know, and in 10 minutes you can make a
my God,
pretty
so-
super fancy Italian
I
dinner.
love this. Look how cute they are. Oh, they're already going. They're making more.
going.
The girls are off to
Wow.
the races. We're feeling it. All right,
Okay.
the girls are gonna keep going. We are gonna get
Okay.
to work on that brown butter.
Sure.
Yeah.
Brown butter, super simple. I'm taking some butter.
Okay.
Putting it in the pan.
Beautiful.
I'm adding some garlic that I've chopped up, but I've actually sliced it not too thin because
Okay.
I want it to get nice and crispy.
You don't want it to burn. You want it to just have that nice flavor.
Well, I do want it to brown and get crispy.
Brown, yes, 100%.
And I have some pine nuts, but I could use hazelnuts. You can use any nuts you want. If you have hazelnuts, just give them a good little chop with the side of your knife.
Right on.
And we're gonna let this brown.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen is that the garlic is gonna infuse the butter.
Yeah.
The pine nuts are gonna get crispy.
Yeah.
The garlic's gonna get crispy. And so that's gonna give us, in addition to a sauce,
Yeah.
for our ravioli, it's going to give us some beautiful texture.
Nice.
Right? Because for me, it's all about building layers of flavor
Yeah.
and layers of texture.
Totally.
And
Do you have a tip when making brown butter? Because brown butter is one of those things. These girls are
We're
hard to
we're
work.
serious
They are
over
so
here.
dedicated right now.
It's a ravioli factory over here, yeah.
But when you're making brown butter, I know some people can be a little nervous of it, but the trick is you got to keep your eyes on it, right?
that is the trick.
Don't walk away.
Also, something I've discovered when I've done large dinners,
Yeah.
and I usually, I've never been a caterer. I've really never been a chef. I've just played one on television all my life. But so I just bulk things up. I don't, pre-make things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you're cooking, if you say you're cooking for 6 or 8 people,
Yeah.
more brown butter takes exponentially longer.
It's true, because you're boiling out so much more of that water.
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
But it's really just keep an eye on it. This will take about 5 minutes. And you're going to see that this garlic crisps up, the nuts crisp up, and it's going to be gorgeous.
I am so excited. That butter is going to get browned. Our ravioli factory is off to the races. We got to take a quick break, but we'll be right back. To make ravioli using wonton wrappers. Now, before we get into that, we have to talk about this brown butter because it is smelling out of control.
So good.
Take a look at that.
Oh my God.
Look at that. You can see it's just poking its head through here.
Yes.
But
when you
that-
get that foaminess, that is
But
exactly.
see that garlic is nice and golden and crispy. The
yes.
pine nuts are nice and crispy. And
You see
again,
that golden brown?
that's going to add the texture
Yeah.
that we're really looking for.
Oh, I love that. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we've got our wonton raviolis doing their thing.
Yeah, we pop these in.
Yeah.
They're done. They're like 2 or 3 minutes
Oh, that's
because the wonton wrappers are so thin
Yeah.
that's all the time they take. It's like putting a fresh pasta in.
Totally.
Water.
It's
Yeah.
almost like you're just heating up that filling.
Essentially,
Oh,
yes.
my
Quick
gosh.
question. Did any of them explode? We want to know if we did a good job.
No, you've done a great job. That happens to me all the time, and you see stuff floating around
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
But it'll
nicely
be
done.
fine. It'll
Hang
be
on.
fine.
Let me just.
Are we
give
getting
you
that?
One really important thing. You don't want to put your hot ravioli into a cold bowl.
Okay.
So here's a great little trick.
Okay, this is intriguing. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Just taking a little hot water.
Double duty hot water.
Are we heating our dish like a fancy restaurant?
Yes.
Oh, Bob.
So fill the bottom of the plate. Nice and warm
nice and
already.
warm.
If you had put the hot ravioli in here
Yeah.
and you felt the bottom of the plate and it got warm, that's because it's sucking all of the heat out of the ravioli. So you don't want that.
Brilliant.
That was the smartest thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
See, another use for
Blumer.
pasta water. Bob Blumer, everybody. All right.
You know, you hang around long enough, you learn a few tricks.
learn a few
That's what
tricks.
I've done
Oh,
over
we
all
got a
these years.
couple. Oh,
That's okay. They're sticking to each other.
That's okay.
Like,
It's
It's like a
ravioli
belt.
train.
It's a ravioli belter.
Yeah.
Ravioli
Okay.
train. Yeah.
so again, sometimes I just serve these one as an appetizer.
Yeah.
But let's go with 5.
Oh, I
as a
love
main.
the idea of 5.
Okay.
I love that.
An odd number.
An odd
right?
number. I love an odd number.
So-
Look at that.
Let's take our brown butter.
Get out of here.
Come on. That is the correct amount of butter, the correct amount of garlic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So now we're going to give just a little
We love
chive
a
for
chive.
color.
Yeah. Bit of parm.
Little
Oh
parm.
my gosh, yes.
It's like heaven on a
Just
plate.
a
I know.
tiny bit of sea
Okay,
salt.
so Bob, are you a sprinkle man? Because this is giving full savory sprinkle vibes. I'm obsessed.
Okay.
Yes.
And now, this is beautiful, but
Yeah.
now we've only got a couple colors here.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking, when I go on my bike rides before I cook, I'm always thinking about what the plate's gonna look
Yeah.
like, right? So I picked these. I was at my in-laws yesterday.
Oh, okay.
These are
Chive
chive flowers.
Oh, stunning. Look at that.
And then also, as it happens, it's dandelion season.
Yeah.
And on my way here this morning,
You can eat dandelion?
You can eat dandelion petals.
Okay.
All right.
As
Blow
long
my
as
mind.
long as nobody has
Used it as a bathroom zone.
yes.
Yeah.
Or if they've been sprayed.
Or they've been sprayed. This is beautiful, Bob.
And there we go. So that was in literally 10 minutes with a short commercial break.
Yes.
Start to finish.
Bob, absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's go over here.
I think that's suitable for Instagram. What do you
I
think?
feel like we can 100% suitable for Instagram. Bob's taking his pick. We're doing a thing. Priorities. Bob. So good! Yeah.
All right, I'm posting that.
This is a joy. I am so excited to dig into this. And studio audience, to help you prepare some tasty time-saving dishes in case you're feeling a little inspired. Thanks to Walmart Canada, you're all going home with the Tefal Essential 8-piece cookware set. Happy cooking! We're gonna dig in. We will be right back. Savers today. Now, the key to making a recipe in a short amount of time that's still big on flavor has a lot to do with the ingredients you use, you know? So we're gonna chat through a few of our favorite kind of time-saving ingredients. Might add some flavor, might add some vitamins, just make dinner a lot easier to put on your table. Andrea, let's start with you. What's yours?
I love a frozen veg. It doesn't matter what the veg is. I love it. It's picked at the peak of freshness and ripeness, and then they're flash frozen, so they're so good for you. Broccoli, cauliflower. To be honest, kale is my favorite.
Kale is my favorite
Kale
too.
is my favorite. My family might be a little bit mad because I put it in everything.
Yeah.
Stews, But you could also roast like the cauliflower and the broccoli at a really high heat and still get that caramelized sear on the outside. But I just think it's great for so many things. Pureed soups.
Yeah.
It's a winner. You always have it there.
And don't you also like the cauliflower? You can just let it thaw in the fridge.
Totally.
And
Make a
then
nice salad.
Salad.
A little bright vinaigrette, some chopped tomatoes. It's delicious.
So good. And I love the chopped kale too.
Yeah.
It's quicker than spinach. And it does all the, you don't have to massage it because it's already frozen. So you're good to go.
Exactly.
All right, Vijaya, what about you?
So I love passata,
Yes.
also known as strained tomato sauce. Comes in these beautiful bottles, so inexpensive.
Yeah.
And there are tomatoes that are picked at their peak of ripeness,
Nice.
pureed, and then strained. So all of that work that I would typically do, I don't have to do anymore, which is amazing. It's great in classic tomato sauces, but my big hack is using passata for curries.
Oh, nice.
So anytime I need to add tomatoes to curry, this is my mom's hack, I'm borrowing.
Yeah.
I use passata, and it cooks down beautifully, gives you a lush thickness to your curry, and it's so, so easy. Also great in stews, in so many things. And the great part is that you can put the lid back on, it goes straight in the fridge, and it lasts for a good chunk of time.
Unlike a can of tomatoes, where if you're not using the whole can, you're like, what do I do with this? That, you use a cup, pop it back in the fridge, and you're good to go. So good. Bob, what about you?
I always like to have some avocados in my house.
Nice.
They add lusciousness, right? You can add it to a burger, to a sandwich, to a bean salad, to a regular salad, put it on toast for your breakfast.
So good.
I mean, anytime you have avocado, everything just, it's that much more luscious.
It's true. It's got that fatty creaminess that you only usually get from dairy or something like that. But that whipped into a dressing, also so delicious.
Or you can just open it up and put a little bit of hot sauce and salt and eat it as is.
Honestly, I'm not mad about that.
So versatile.
Yeah. It's such a good fruit, so, so good. Well, my favorite kind of goes hand in hand with Vijaya's, because I think if we just put these two things together, it would make an absolutely delicious dinner. But it's bomba. So if you don't know what bomba is, it's basically a mixture of kind of sun-dried tomato situation, chilies, there's some porcini mushroom in there, so you get a little bit of a funky umami flavor. It's a huge flavor boost. There's so many ingredients in here that if I had to have those in my pantry, it would just be full of ingredients of bomba. So this one jar gives so much flavor, really good on avocado toast, great on some cauliflower.
Mix it into some hummus or something.
Oh,
some chips,
beautiful.
just to,
Actually, store-bought hummus, swipe, put that on top. No one will know you didn't make it yourself.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
It's a dream. Thank you guys so much for being here today. This was so fun. We absolutely love it. That is our show for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow for more of the good stuff.